Just today, I was talking to our marketing head. She's amazing. She's a guru. She helps me with everything. I'm so thankful for her. And we were talking about bucket list planning, and she's helping me put together some material for it. And I realized I have never done a video on bucket list planning. So if you look at my profile on LinkedIn or Facebook or any of that stuff, you'll see me talk about bucket list planning. And I realized I have never created a video explaining what bucket list planning is. So how can anybody know what it is, right? Rule 101 of marketing. Explain what you're talking about. Okay, so bucket list planning is something that I came up with. I was listening to a podcast as per usual, and somebody was talking about helping having clients work with them on their bucket list, so they invite them to client experiences where they were doing bartending classes and things that they wanted to check off their bucket list. And it got into conversations about bucket lists. Well, I thought that was a really interesting idea because I like having a positive spin on saving money, because so much of the time we beat ourselves up so much when it comes to what we didn't do, how we haven't saved enough, what we're not doing, what other people are telling us we should do, the confusion, all of that stuff, that I think putting a nice positive spin on saving money and really showing what the power of saving and control of your money can do, right? And so I started thinking, like, bucket list, I like that idea. So I started kind of playing around with it. And what I found is when I use bucket list planning with clients, it really helps motivate them for not just the short-term stuff, but the long-term stuff as well. So let me explain. When we're doing bucket list planning, we start with listing all the different things you could possibly want to do. Maybe jump off a cliff in the Maldives, or go to Hawaii and go cliff diving. Apparently I want to do cliff diving or jumping off something, but you get the idea. Whatever it is, maybe it's buying a Porsche, maybe it's just hiring a house cleaner. I've had that as a bucket list. They just want to be able to hand off some of the duties around the house and things like that, right? And so bucket list is really what you want. It's not about anybody else. It's about what you truly want. And it's about really pushing away societal pressures, family pressures, all that stuff, and really focusing on what you want, which I think is really important when we're dealing with money. So we list out a bunch of bucket list things and we choose one. And that one is the one that we're going to be working on to check off first. So let's say it's going to Fiji. I use that a lot because apparently I want to go to Fiji. So Fiji is maybe your bucket list, and you say, I want to go in 3 years. Okay, great. So we put together the why, the motivation. How is it going to feel? What's it going to look like? How's the sand going to feel? How's the ocean going to feel? Where are you going to stay? Put together a bunch of visualizations for you so you really feel like you're there. So you can't wait to go. Build that excitement up, right? Put together the why. Why do you want to go to Fiji? What's the reason? Where did you see it first? What will that fulfill for you? Build that up, and we put together an actual amount that you'll need. Possibly, we try to go a little high because of inflation and changes on everything, but we go a little high of how much you'll need to create your perfect vacation. How long are we going? We put together airline, estimates of what the flight could cost, all that different stuff. And then we use that and we back it up and we go, okay, if you want to do that, here's how much we need to save towards that. And we make that saving as part of your bigger savings plan. So you're saving for your future, you're saving for retirement, you're saving for financial independence, but you're also saving for this bucket list plan. And so if you hit your goal, then a certain percentage is going to go into your bucket list as well as your long-term savings. And if you don't hit your goal, let's say you go over that or you go under that, still more money is going to go into that. If you don't hit your goal that month, it's okay. You're still contributing something to your dream and to your long-term dream, which is financial independence, right? And so when we put those together and you got something that you know is going to be here sooner, because financial independence for some people might be 25, 30 years away, although more and more people want that to be a much closer number. They're like 10 years, 15 years at most. I want to be done. I want to be able to say, I'm moving on. I don't want to do this anymore, and have those choices in life. But for some people, it is 25, 30 years. They're happy with their work. They're doing their thing. They don't necessarily want to retire early. And so they don't need that motivation, but it's hard to stay motivated for a goal that's 25 years from now. So let's put some wins in there. Let's put some celebrations in there. Let's experience some life while we're building for that bigger plan. Building for financial independence does not mean you stop life and go, I don't need to do this anymore. I'm good. You need to keep learning who you are, what you want, because when you get to that financial independence, you will have a much clearer picture of what you want in retirement, or that transition time of finding something new you want to focus on if it's not the work that you're doing now. Whatever that is, you need to know who you are. It makes that time so much easier. You have your purpose, you have your passion. Instead of trying to figure it out then, why not start to try to figure it out now and start checking off some bucket list items? And maybe you go to Fiji and go, that was not as much fun as I thought. And maybe you figure out you don't want to travel. That's okay. Not everybody has to be an international traveler. So that is what bucket list planning is all about. It's a lot harder than it sounds, but if you would like some help on any of that, that is what we specialize here at One Envision Retirement. So give us a call, set up a time, a get to know you call, and we will start putting together your bucket list. One Vision Retirement, your retirement in 2020 vision.